Aryna Sabalenka refuses to revisit her past with Karolína Muchová ahead of pair's Brisbane duel. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka advanced to the Brisbane International semi-finals after a 6-3, 6-3 victory over 5th-seeded Madison Keys on Friday, January 9. The performance marked a dominant display from the defending champion, who continues to build momentum ahead of the Australian Open. Sabalenka is now set to face Karolína Muchová in the Final Four, a matchup that carries significant implications for her title defense bid at Queensland. Aryna Sabalenka advances to Brisbane semi-finals after beating Madison Keys. Sabalenka secured a commanding straight-sets victory over Keys in 90 minutes in a rematch of the 2025 Australian Open final at Pat Rafter Arena. Keys, who defeated the Belarusian to claim her maiden Australian Open crown in Melbourne, could not replicate that form on this occasion, as Sabalenka dominated from the start. The 5th-seeded American entered the quarterfinal fresh off an intense 3-set, 3-hour battle against Diana Schneider, but was unable to match the firepower of the world number 1. Sabalenka's victory improved her head-to-head record against Keys to 6-2 and extended her remarkable winning streak in Australia to 36 wins from 38 matches since 2023, during which she captured 2023 and 2024 Australian Open and 2025 Brisbane International. More, Aryna Sabalenka reacts after Paula Badosa reveals one thing she's regretted the most. Sabalenka d. Keys 6-3 6-3. In a rematch of the 2025 AO final, Aryna comes through. She gets her 8th consecutive win in Brisbane. She's now won 36 of last 38 matches in Australia. White heavy checkmark 3 RD Brisbane SF. White heavy checkmark 3-0 in 2026. It's Aryna's jungle and we're just living in it. tigerpic.twitter.com/rb007hgmjp. The Tennis Letter, at The Tennis Letter, January 9, 2026. When asked about her upcoming semi-final clash with Muchová, a reporter brought up the Czech player's recent success in their matchups, mentioning that she won their last 3 encounters. Well, I never focus on the past. Doesn't matter if I'm the one who is leading head-to-head against the player or I'm the one who's losing, I don't care, Sabalenka responded. I just try to bring my best tennis, and I'm trying to do better this time, and I'll be out there tomorrow competing, fighting. Hopefully I'll be able to get the win. Her comments reflected a straightforward approach to the challenge ahead, emphasizing the importance of focusing on the present moment rather than dwelling on previous results between the two players. Sabalenka's title defense faces major threat against Karolína Muchová. Sabalenka's title defense faces a genuine challenge from Muchová, who has produced an impressive campaign at the Queensland Tennis Centre. The Czech player reached the semi-finals after securing consecutive victories over seeded opponents. More, Coco Gauff's former coach makes feelings known on being removed from ESPN commentary after a 23-year stint. In the round of 16, Muchová defeated 7th-seeded Ekaterina Alexandrova 6-4, 7-5 before taking on the world number 5 Elena Rybakina in the quarterfinals. Muchová's 6-2, 2-6, 6-4 victory over the 2025 WTA Finals champion marked a significant achievement, as the Czech snapped her 13-match winning streak. The match lasted just over 2 hours and marked Muchová's first triumph over Rybakina since 2019. The head-to-head record between Sabalenka and Muchová presents a concerning narrative for the defending champion. The Czech leads the numbers 3-1, having won each of their last 3 meetings dating back to 2023. Sabalenka's sole victory came in 2019 in Zhuhai, meaning she has not defeated Muchová in nearly 6 years. With such a streak working in Muchová's favor, the semi-final shapes up as a competitive clash, given the Czech's dominance through the tournament. Forward focus, Sabalenka's mindset before the Brisbane clash. In the charged atmosphere of the early 2026 tennis season, Brisbane's hard courts have become a proving ground, not just of skill, but of mental resilience and identity. At the heart of this story is Aryna Sabalenka, the world number 1, a force of nature defined by her power, persistence, and an almost feral competitive instinct. This year she returns as the defending Brisbane International Champion, having stormed through her quarterfinal with a crisp 6-3, 6-3 victory over Madison Keys to book her semi-final slot. Awaiting her is Karolína Muchová, a Czech technocrat with a cerebral game, a master of variety and angles, and Sabalenka's historical nemesis. Muchová has beaten Sabalenka in 3 of their last 4 meetings dating back to 2023, an uncomfortable statistic for any top player. But as the world-class Belarusian steps toward another pivotal match, something stands out. She refuses to let the past shape her present. The psychology of prestige and pressure. In sports, history carries weight. It whispers into ears, creeps into press conferences, and haunts the backswing of a serve. For Sabalenka, that whisper might be loudest when she thinks of Muchová, a player who has repeatedly outmaneuvered her tactically in recent clashes. Yet when reporters asked her in Brisbane to revisit this history, Sabalenka offered a response that revealed as much about her identity as her tennis. "I never focus on the past. Doesn't matter if I'm the one who is leading head-to-head or losing. I just try to bring my best tennis. I'll be out there competing, fighting." Few responses illustrate a champion's mindset more clearly. Sabalenka's game is often described as brutish, big serves, heavy forehands, and relentless pressure. But what this moment shows is a nuanced psychological defense mechanism. Rather than let unfavorable history dictate her mindset, she chooses to anchor herself firmly in the present moment. Memory, myth, and the art of letting go. Tennis matches are written in statistics and memories, a ledger of past triumphs and defeats that commentators and fans revisit ad nauseum. But for players, preoccupation with the ledger can be crippling. Sabalenka's dismissal of her previous results against Muchová is, paradoxically, an act of strategic memory management. Rather than allowing those past outcomes to seed doubt, she treats each match as a new equation, one influenced by form, conditions, and self-belief, not by what happened 2 summers ago in Cincinnati or the last encounter in Beijing. This is not erasure of memory, but reframing it. Past losses become data points, not determinants. Muchová, the puzzle Sabalenka still wants to solve. Contrast this with Muchová's game, one built on anticipation, pattern disruption, and variety. Where Sabalenka's strength is explosive, Muchová's is construction and nuance. She moves with the court in mind, shaping points like a sculptor with clay. This clash of styles has heightened their rivalry, power versus craft, instinct against intellect. Muchová's tactical finesse has earned her the edge in recent meetings. Her ability to disrupt rhythm and extend rallies has shown that raw power alone cannot always prevail. Her appearance in the Brisbane semis, including a gritty win over Aryna Sabalenka, underscores her form and confidence going into the match. For Sabalenka, this is not just an opponent but a barometer of adaptability. A season of priorities. This match also arrives against a backdrop of Sabalenka's broader decisions for 2026. She has publicly critiqued the WTA's packed schedule as insane and signaled her willingness to skip events to protect her health and longevity, even at the risk of penalties.